folks, and welcome to Friday's edition of Magoo Sports News. I apologise for the lateness of the show, but I've got a visitor at the moment and I've been doing lots of touristy crap, whereas I should have been watching sport. Never mind, I've always got the highlights show, so let's get on and see what's been happening this week. So folks, let's have a look at what's been going on this week. Not a great deal. Couple of things to firstly tell you about. The Copa America, like I was telling you, at 1:45 in the morning. I dare say not too many of you stayed up and watched it, but I'll bring you up to speed. Uruguay beat Peru 2-0. Realistically, there was only going to be one winner in that game, but then again, this Copa America has thrown up a lot of shocks and a lot of surprises. The other game, absolutely amazing. I say amazing, it was 0-0 it finished. But then it went to penalties, and of course Paraguay it was versus Venezuela. Paraguay have got that goalkeeper, of course, who is fabulous, and he pulled off a couple of great saves. But it was after that everything kicked off. Big rumble, big fight, players throwing punches. That was the best excitement of the whole game. So basically Uruguay will now play Paraguay in the final, and that shouldn't be too bad. So another quick thing I want to mention about that was Paraguay have got to the final of the Copa America without winning a game in football time. They had to win the quarter-final and the semi-final in penalties, and they didn't win a group game at all, which is bizarre. Anyway, moving on. Got some transfer news for you. Arsenal have had a £10 million bid rejected for Phil Jagielka. Now, this is bizarre, because if Phil Jones, who's a young talent, goes for 20 million to Manchester United, then someone, a tried and proven centre-back as good as Phil Jagielka, for £10 million, Arsene Wenger has got blinkers on or something. I have no idea what he's playing at. The guy needs to be sacked maybe, bring someone new in, spend a bit of coin, win the league. Anyway, Tevez's deal with Corinthians has fallen through. What a stun. This big baby who wants to go home or something doesn't get his dream move, and he's got to go back to rainy Manchester. I tell you what, Carlos, I hope it rains twice as much, just for you. Lastly, Sergio Aguero is closing in on his Manchester City deal. That's going to be some acquisition for those guys, because who knows, maybe he wants to play for them. It's going to be good for them. Anyway, into the UEFA Europa League qualifiers. Bad news for Dundee United. They looked so close to going through. 3-1 up at half-time against Slask Wroclaw, but then Wroclaw scored and made it 3-2 and went through in away goals. Fulham pretty much through already. They beat Crusaders 4-0. Good result for them. And that's all what's been going on. So folks, what a weekend we've got coming up. Unfortunately, I've got a visitor here, so I'm not going to get to sit around for 24 hours a day and watch sport like I would like to do as usual. So I'm going to have to maybe catch a few highlights, but you guys can watch it, don't worry about that. So what have we got? Football. Scottish Premier League starts again. Inverness Cally Thistle. I hope you all watched my show about the new players we've got. I have big hopes for this year. I think we're going to win the league. Go on the ICT. So the Scottish Premier starts. There's Rangers versus Hearts at 12:30. That's on Sky Sports. But if you really want to watch the goals coming in, Gillette Soccer Saturday's back. Fantastic. That's obviously on at 3 o'clock, so watch out for that. Formula 1, German Grand Prix this year. Hockenheim, it's going to be great. That is a great race because it's the fastest circuit in the whole year. Should be good. Tri-Nations. We've got the Tri-Nations coming up, which is Australia, New Zealand and South Africa in the Rugby Union. Brilliant tournament. However, it might be a bit of a shine off it this year because it's so close to the start of the World Cup, which starts in September. In the Rugby League, Challenge Cup, which for you guys that don't watch Rugby League, that's like the equivalent of the FA Cup. It's the quarterfinals and all 4 ties are fantastic. Warrington versus Wigan. I needn't say any more. That's on Saturday, 4:30. Castleford versus Huddersfield. Again, I don't need to say any more about that. That's Sunday, 3:30. Hull versus Leeds. Leeds should be winning that one, but not so much of a stage showcase sort of game. But that's on Sunday, 3:30 as well. And then St Helens Hull KR. 2 Hull teams still in there. and that's on Sunday 3 o'clock, so that's going to be great. It's on BBC as well, so watch out for that. Cricket, first test comes to a close, that's on Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday. That's going to be good to see who can take a lead in that test series. In the golf, the usual, European Tour, USPGA, got the Scandinavian sort of Nordea Masters, watch out for it Sunday afternoon maybe, and the Canadian Open on Sunday evening. Boxing, big fight on Saturday night. If you get a chance, I would recommend to watch Derek Chisora versus Tyson Fury. This is the heavyweight championship. British and Commonwealth Heavyweight Championship, but the winner of this fight, both fighters are British, both fighters are undefeated. Get a chance, the winner is most likely to fight Klitschko, who obviously just beat David Haye. And I tell you what, both of these fighters are bigger and stronger than David Haye. So that's going to be a great fight. That's on at 8 o'clock, sort of 9 o'clock UK time, so watch out for that. Also, Amir Khan is fighting Jab Zudah. Never heard of that geezer, don't really care. That one's on in the morning because it's in Las Vegas, but Amir Khan will probably win, who cares? And that's what we've got coming on this weekend, guys, so hope you enjoy it, and that's everything. Well, that's everything I've got time for, folks. I've got to get off and tend to my visitor. I will have a show on Monday. It might be a little bit late again, but go off and enjoy all this fantastic weekend of sport. Hope you guys have a good weekend as well, and thanks for watching.